Hello and welcome to the Cognac Room. I am your host, Jay Christian. This right here is Blackbird by Sunshine. Check it out. Artist out of Florida, doing their thing. Music available on all streaming platforms. Let's get into it.
I hate to see you leave, but I can't make you stay. You still seem to suffer even in a golden cage. Be free, little blackbird, spread your wings, fly away. I can't make you love me even if they're hitting like a tidal wave. Thought I could save you from the pain. Who tried to change you? Ain't trying to change you, only trying to make you better. Keep you out the weather, the water in your feathers, but it's whatever. Cause I never wanna be the one to trap you. If you're really mine, and I know you coming back, yeah. Probably with a bag, huh? Even though I'm sad, rubbish, see you off to the world with a map, yeah. Find your way, write the day, follow the sun, and find your way back to me, little blackbird. You find your way, write the day, follow the sun, and find your way back to me, little blackbird. I know why the cage bird sings, cause your song still lives in me. Wanna fly and find your own, just know I'll be here waiting at home for you.
Oh yeah, that is Sunshine with Blackbird. I love that song. It's got a good vibe to it.
Welcome to the Cognac Room, an uninhibited drink-infused podcast about adulting and male and female interactions. Pull up a chair, pour up a glass, and let's discuss.
What's up, people? Let's get hype. Let's get hype in this one.
It scared me a little bit. What happened? What happened?
How's everybody doing tonight?
Cooling, as
This
always.
morning.
All right, so I'm your host, Jay Christian, obviously.
Yes, it's me, Petra. Hey, everybody, back again.
What's going on? It's
And-
King Sincere.
King
Yeah.
Sincere is back.
Gotta give it to the
That's right. So for those who don't know, Sincere is one of the original
members
of the Cognac Room. He went on to greener pastures. He now has his own podcast, which I'm gonna let him,
Speak
plug
on.
that real quick.
It's the name of my podcast is called Come and Talk to Me with King Sincere. Just like the Jodeci song.
Tell us a little something about it.
Yeah,
man.
what y'all talk about on there?
Man, we talk about a little bit of everything. More relationships, childhood trauma, you name it. We delving into all of it. I'm not scared to talk about anything. That's what I wanted to be able to do, to talk to the people and to be able to touch people in a way that hasn't been done before.
All right.
Okay.
now.
All right. Well, that's dope, brother.
That's right. Glad
That's
to have
dope.
you back.
Appreciate you.
Always nice to
Appreciate
have you.
Good to have you in the building.
And here comes the question of the day.
All right. So the question of the day is, why do men ask for sex instead of initiate it with their actions?
I'm not a man, so I'm not gonna go first.
Well, okay, but I'm sure you got an opinion on it. Because this question came from a woman, actually, obviously.
Oh,
But
yeah, but she didn't have the answer.
she didn't.
Ain't got no penis.
King Sincere. King Sincere.
Yeah. What's up, bro?
What's your take?
What's your
on
take
that?
on it?
Well, I can only speak for myself. I've always been the type to play the back because if she really want it, she'll come get it. That's the way I've always looked at it.
So she got to come on to you.
I mean, I'm a prize at the end of the day.
Oh, okay. He said
Okay,
that.
brother. I know that sometimes, initiating through your actions, hugs, kisses, touches, caresses is definitely the traditional, conventional, I guess, way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes, especially when you've been in a relationship for a good portion of time, it becomes harder to get that mood going, especially like we talked about this on a previous episode, but like when there's kids and stuff. So sometimes you have to literally say something because you might start rubbing and touching and kissing. She might push your hand away. She might, put a booty on your snuggle, but she don't want the business. She want to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm sure that happens. You said no. You don't know.
No.
Say if the booty touches you, it's on.
It's on.
That was your signal to go.
Listen, that's all I ever know. Put that on me, it's over for you. It's over for you. I ain't got no sympathy after that.
No sympathy.
Wow.
The hammer coming down.
Pretty much. I mean, we could talk about it, we can discuss it later, but I'm just letting you know that it's about to go there.
I don't know. I don't fully agree with the, you lose that part so much. You just have to be diligent in what you're doing and showing the actions, and remember that that's a part of the whole thing. To me, in my opinion,
Okay.
I feel like men sometimes forget that that's a part of it. When they're thinking about sex, sometimes they're thinking about they want to nut.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about I want the experience. I want the smells, the hugs, the kisses.
You're right.
And all of the other stuff. Like they say, a lot of y'all ain't had no.
Well done box.
Thank you,
Yeah.
because I couldn't find a word. I ain't had no well done coochie to fall off the bone because you don't put in enough time. You thinking about the nut instead of the whole experience. Which
Well
if you,
done box.
if you put in that time, you would get so much better
I imagine
than
so.
you would with the okay. I know here he go, so I'm gonna do it. I'm not against it. I don't hate it, but he just don't know about 4 kisses, a good hug, some snuggling, a couple of rubs would have got him a little further than this.
Yeah.
That leg tap
Yeah,
or whatever,
go ahead and-
it would have got you a little bit further.
Absolutely.
So they missing out on their own.
But when you're in it and it's a situation like your person doesn't come to bed at a designated time or at the same time as you find yourself having, being put in a position to ask. And if there's ever any type of resistance to the sexual relationship or any type of strain on the sexual relationship, men especially are prone to ask more. But women ask too. I've had women ask, "You gonna give me some?" So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I was about to say.
Women ask too. And sometimes you want to prepare the person if you've been in a relationship for a while and it's not new and sex is, I'm not gonna say that it's not good anymore. It's not great, but it's not.
Damn.
But no, I'm saying, and maybe sex isn't a top priority as it once was. Sometimes that does happen. Oh yeah, that happens. And when that happens, you want to prepare your person. So maybe during the day, or hey babe,
Tuesday in my life.
or it's like, hey babe, I'm on my way home from work. You gonna do the little thing I like, or whatever. Sometimes we as men, we want to get the confirmation before we come in and start doing all this shit
But
and
if
get
you
our
really
feelings
want
hurt.
it and you want the confirmation, just talk sweet to the person all day. Lay the groundwork more than right before while you up the street.
Okay.
That's great
That's the
advice,
problem.
but it don't always work.
Yeah.
It works better than, hey baby, I'm on my way. You gonna do that little thing I like? I bet you.
Well, I got a
Sometimes you have to.
I got a little situation
I was
with
gonna say,
my
you
little
saved it for the joke.
I got a relay friendship. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't had a relationship
Yeah,
conversation
so,
in forever.
so,
It's classic.
Yeah. Shorty, she come through whatever. She cool peoples. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about her, but I always catch her looking at my junk, and I'm like, "Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing?" She's like, "I just like it a lot, like, but it's mine." You don't.
Well, when y'all together, it's hers too.
That's what she said, but
Yeah.
it don't work like that.
When y'all together, it's hers too. It can't no man roll up in there and say, "Excuse me, bro, I'm about to get in there right quick," because it's yours. Why she there? So when she-
Was she with me? She with me. When she not, she not,
exactly. That's what I mean. So
Yeah.
yours is hers. In that moment, y'all together.
Yeah, but
She just needy as hell.
that's
Needing the D shouldn't be
That's
a
a
bad
topic.
thing.
No, but it's like, okay, I put it like this. I'm not a spring chicken in the bus. So it's like,
That's the
need some
problem.
warming up.
That's the
So
problem.
I believe in setting the level of expectation. Sometimes you have to set the level of expectation because if she's expecting you to come home and curl up on the couch and watch movies and it stops there, the level of expectation should be set. And sometimes it requires vocalizing it, especially in long relationships where people have been together for a very long time because we stop majoring on the minors and we start.
But even though you
so to
vocalize it and you ask for it, we just gonna walk around and we just, people, just 2 people in a house or whatever, walking around doing whatever, and then it's like you still should initiate. There should be some physical. Once you have said it, I need to
Agreed.
know that that's what you're doing. That's what we going for. Because just because you said it and I was like, I guess, or whatever, that don't mean that the person is really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? They just feel like, God, let me add this to my list of things I got to do. So now I need to do these things faster so I can get ready for bed because I have to do this. Make the person want it.
Absolutely. And unexpected coochie is a powerful thing.
It is.
It is.
Unexpected head and dick is a powerful thing too.
Yeah.
So if you physically make me want it during the day, if you just even once you said it, we've agreed upon it. I'm still like, I got to get worked up for it because that's just how most humans, but definitely women are. So give me a little hug, grab my butt, give me some kisses from behind, do something. Then either we just go to bed and then you like, you know,
it should go hand in hand.
You're just looking at me like, you gonna do it now?
I feel like it should go hand in hand.
But it doesn't.
Not in all cases.
It doesn't always go hand in hand.
But it should. There should.
Definitely
because
should.
we're so quick to preach communication. When a man asks or vocalizes his desire or need for sex, that's part of good communication. And I promise you, at the root of every guy that asks verbally instead of just initiating, there is I ain't gonna say a fear of rejection or a fear of being told no, but there is a pattern that has come into play that has put him in the position to know that hugs and kisses and fondling isn't a given. It isn't a automatic green light. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I don't know these people.
They exist.
Well, I think we established a long time ago. You different, so.
I'm not that person. Like I'm not that person. We're drop and you touch me the right way a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm thinking a lot of it. I'm thinking, well, we about to do this. Like, but then sometimes people are just affectionate. They just want to touch on you. They just want to hold you. They just want to caress you, and they want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So you have to really, like you say, know your partner or whatever, because it may just be, I want the cuddles. I want your presence. That's what I need. And I really don't, I'm not per se wanting relations right now, but in the morning, you done cuddled me and everything. I done got my sleep out and everything. And I already
I don't
knew
like a
where was we
motherfucker
at.
making me wait. I don't.
Well, women don't per se like to make somebody wait, but sometimes it's just what it is. Like there's just, I fell asleep. I was just tired or whatever, something like that.
I waited long enough.
Yeah.
I waited long enough.
It's just tired or something, like, especially if they have a house full of kids and job and household chores, sports with the children, grocery, all of the things. Sometimes those days can get overwhelming, and it's not that they don't want to, but they are just drained. And rather than give you the lackluster, let me go to sleep with you holding me. And,
I think if
and
it's
then we go to our
communicated that way,
separate corners.
yeah.
And then in the morning, I'm going to remember that you didn't force me. You didn't pressure me. And I'm probably going to wake up early and sing you a good morning song.
That happens, but
So-
it ain't no guarantee. And when a man is not having his needs met, he ain't going off no motherfucking potentially, possibly, no non-verbal promises.
That's true, but when a woman is not
Fuck
getting
that.
proper rest and proper affection, she gonna give you some lazy coochie.
Well, listen, I'd rather have had lazy coochie than to never have had coochie at all.
I don't think
He's
I
singing
want
One Love the remix.
I don't think I want lazy coochie. I don't.
Yeah.
Listen, I
You
ain't got
want
no
coochie
problem
that
with no
gives,
lazy
right?
coochie.
Coochie that gives back to you.
Yeah, it's gonna
I'm
give.
still looking for that motherfucker that's gonna fuck me back. That's like,
What?
listen, I put in enough work, but what I'm saying is,
I know what you're saying, and why have you not experienced that, my brother?
Well,
You got to pick them better.
first of all,
He's well endowed. He's hung low.
Pull this shit out, the whole room get dark.
Oh, room get dark. That's what it sounds like.
So Bernie Mac's in the
What
building,
it
guys.
sound like.
so the killer part is like, I've been with a few that I, of course, got mine, but I'm looking like, yeah, this could have been so much better if
Tell them to.
I be done said it, and then they looking like, well, what the fuck?
You got to communicate.
Well,
you got to talk about it.
I know at one point in life I didn't think that people really did that or whatever, but sometimes you do have to step by step people to let them know what you like.
Sometimes I remember being a teenager, just getting into girls and sex and stuff, and females would literally take my hand and put it on their breast or put it where they want it to be touched. You know,
But as a grown woman,
I don't think that that's a bad move. I don't think that's a bad move at all.
If it's your guy.
Right. You know, just like what you were saying earlier about grabbing her head and shit. Like,
no.
Yeah.
It's a no.
She was like, yeah, you grab my head. It's a deal breaker.
It's a no.
That shit was too funny.
It's a no.
because it's seen as disrespect.
It comes
That's
off.
what she was saying.
It comes off really rude, especially if we in the throes of it. Like if you're petting and hugging and kissing and all that other kind of stuff, I probably am going there anyway because we grown. So I know that it ain't. Who you gonna tell my friend? It ain't none of that. We grown. Exactly. So more than likely, I know that that's a part of it. But if you just like rushing me, and I'm like, I don't even want that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna. Not to say you're gonna feel away. It's gonna cause one of those moments where you stop because it's like, whoa, like I got it. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Like I don't need you to actually do that. And I don't know. Maybe women do it too, but I'm not big on forcing somebody's head down there. Like it's just. First of all, I don't want to force it because I want you to want to do it.
No, I'm gonna want to do it regardless.
So, but I want you to show me that you want to do it. Yeah. So, like if you on your way, then I can touch your head. Then I know you're already going there. Yeah. But if you always you up here, you bop 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 bop, you don't seem like you going that way. I'm not just gonna be like. So I'm just saying, there's levels, and you up here, and then you down here, and then you down. Yeah. So okay, you know where it's going.
All right, well, let's get into the main topic.
Okay.
The meat and potatoes. Mm-hmm. All right, so I was talking to a guy, and he was explaining that he had just found him a job in his field, and he's an IT guy, and. He was excited about that, and he was like, man, I had to hurry up and do this because, my wife told me, he said, my wife told me to get a job or either she was going to divorce me. And I was like, God damn, like.
That's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck? So he was like, yeah, man. I said, so how long have you been?
That's what I was going to ask.
He said, about 2 months.
Oh.
I'm like,
what? I thought you were going to say 2 years.
Right. So for me, I just felt like, and I advised him, I was like, hey man, you might want to kind of
start, putting you some change to the side.
Pretty much. Because it's definitely based on finances. That's what I would think. That's what it would make.
That's what it sounds like to me.
We don't know what their load is, so it could have been like very overwhelming for one person to do it. But and how long have they been married? Do you know?
A few years. They're a young couple, so a few years.
So they're younger in age as well.
That's what I mean.
Okay, well then they from a whole different time frame as us. Damn.
God damn.
Yeah, that's a whole different time frame as us though.
I would have tested that damn theory. Go ahead.
Been going to work every day and still just been like, man, I've been looking. I've been out all day just to see. Cause like, wow, 2 months is
out on the cash though.
2 months is a long. I can mysteriously pay some shit.
Yeah,
but be like nobody else can pay on this account but me or whatever. Right. But you could have figured. But I think 2 months is a brief period in time to tell somebody you're out in a marriage because of no job. Like. It take 3 months to get evicted.
I mean, the word that comes to me is hypergamy, which is basically the act of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with somebody of, a better financial status or background, educational background, whatever. So it's like, are we doing some hypergamy shit? Like, motherfucker, I married you for you to take care of me type shit. Yeah. And we hear a lot of that.
Yeah,
true.
A lot of women are basically saying, "I don't want to marry a man if he can't take care
of me." I don't think it.
There are a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, because men ain't gonna say it. They just gonna fall in place. They just gonna bring their PlayStation and move in. They ain't gonna say it.
Kick them Air Maxes off.
Yeah, they ain't gonna. It's just gonna start leaving their book bag. It's gonna get empty, and it's gonna just start staying. They just stay. Women don't typically do that, but 2 2 months. That's just so not.
That's why I flipped the script on.
That makes me feel like, you know,
this
you
ain't
got married
real.
for security more than
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would really feel a way, like, especially if he was doing something, like, because was he going to school to be in IT? Was he looking?
No, he had already accomplished it, and he had been working in IT, and I think he had lost his job or something like that.
So, but was he to her? Did it seem like he wasn't looking, or he wasn't trying to get another job?
I think he was looking, but he was working. Here's the thing. No, he wasn't working. He went out and took another job, like working in a warehouse or something,
Just to have something.
just to have some income, you know, which I thought was fine. But I mean, you know, up until that point, I believe he was possibly looking for work, and it was just she was like, "Yeah, get a job. I'm divorcing you, dude." Like after 2 months, I just think that's a little.
That's very premature. Like, because you don't, being a person who had to take the weight of the family, because my husband got ill. Like, if I'd have been like, if you don't get a job, you know, I'm leaving or whatever. Like, it's just kind of it's very much extreme. And if you're a family, sometimes a different person has to carry the family at different times to make sure that you guys get ahead. Yeah, like,
and I think all too often men have held it down while women go to school and whatever else, right?
No, I don't really know about that. A lot of women have dropped out of college so men could continue their career, and then they leave them for the white girl.
Oh shit!
Well, my mom told me if she can't use the comb, don't bring her home.
So this guy, just for clarity, this guy is a white guy. But it's very premature, and I think it goes back to hypergamy and the fact that people marry for financial stability.
That go back to that ain't us. That's what that is.
Well, there was historically that was the basis of marriage. That is why people got married. So,
but it's more.
You know,
come on now, I'm trying not to make it a thing, but
Jackson,
you know, white people can't take a little bit of.
A little struggle.
They can't take a little struggle. You know,
I can't
that
say
third
that.
month, somebody might have jumped, and she was like, I can't, you know, I apologize for that. I apologize for that.
Man, sometimes it's needed, man.
But they just don't handle the things that have come to us, you know, over the years and for generations and generations, that sometimes it's really hard to get out there and find something. And so we know that sometimes you got to carry the weight, man, woman. Sometimes it has to happen. Sometimes it's not even just for your family. It's, well, okay, my sister and her family gonna move in here and whatever, and it's, you know what I'm saying. And those two gonna work or whatever, and you know the man is he looking or whatever, but he ain't got. You know what I'm saying. Sometimes,
but sometimes you have to share that load.
You have to share that load.
You have to share it. So sometimes a man might have to work while his wife goes to school, and sometimes sometimes the woman may have to work and hold it down until the guy can get in position to do what he needs to do.
And 2 months is not a long time. Maybe 6 months to say, hey, like you got to get it together.
There was other ways to communicate shit. You know what I mean?
Threatening to leave me at 2 months without a job.
Yeah, I probably would have told you to leave.
It's kind. Yeah, I think it would have caused a big problem, and I don't think it would have just went away.
You'd have told her to leave.
Yeah, you got to go.
I'm not really that mad at him saying that she gotta go.
But he didn't. You know,
No, he didn't.
he
I'm
manned
glad
up
they're
and he
fine.
went out and got a bullshit job until something else came along, and you know he was like, well, now you know it's gonna work for me. So you know I'm about to be heading into my field and doing what I do, and so. But my thing is, bro, like you on eggshells from now on, nigga.
I ain't on eggshells. I'm starting a little side account.
You better, cause if you lose a job,
yeah, she out.
You got to have enough to little fake it until you find another one.
I know a guy who has had decent paying jobs. He's always been managed to be able to get decent paying jobs. But he has lost a couple of jobs. He's been unemployed. He's never been unemployed for an extremely long amount of time. And as far as I know, his wife has been very patient with those situations. You know what I'm saying? And I also know that she had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman will definitely say shit like, yeah, he can't keep a damn job. Like, I just need him to keep a fucking job. You know what I'm saying?
Repetitive thing does bother you. Like, if it's a repetitive thing where it's always happening, you know, time after time, you like, man, he look at me wrong, and da-da-da. Like, especially if it's a bunch of little childish excuses for it or whatever.
Conversation with my cousin. I just had this exact same conversation because he blames everything on Pasty. So he's like, oh man, he was targeting me, bro. Like, did you call him? Did you say he was gonna be out? Are you sure? Let me see the text message. I don't believe you did it. And
blames it on Pasty. I'm lost.
No, you ain't. Just skip over that. He said that.
Okay.
I was trying to use another word.
Yeah.
I do it.
On racial stuff. Yeah.
So
okay.
That's his excuse every single time, and I'm like,
if you the common denominator, you can't be the excuse every time. You're doing something sometimes. So I think if this would have been a situation where it may have been happening like over years or something like that. Like you just keep being out of a job, we struggle or something like that, then maybe I could understand like, look, I can't do this anymore. This is like your 15th time doing this, whatever. You know, let's be realistic. Your 7th time doing this, whatever. In the past this many years, and I don't want to be in a marriage like this. I need you to get a job and keep a job. Or, you know, we might not work out because it's too much stress on me.
Yeah.
Better ways of saying it, but still that makes more sense if it's a repetitive action.
Yeah.
If you lost your job 2 months, sometimes it literally takes a few months to find a job, if not a year, especially in a specific field.
Yes.
When you have so many people that are willing to work from home and jump through hoops because jobs are scarce. They're not as scarce now because they done made up some with the pandemic.
Well, and then a lot of people have passed away, leaving a lot of open positions.
Exactly.
As well as, you know, some people have gotten lazy and said, fuck it, I ain't going back into the workforce. Some people have started businesses.
A lot of people have started
businesses. And so they have left positions open. So right now is a good job market, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can find a fucking job.
I think that being said, like, okay, it's a little bit different, but I don't think just because it was 2 months would have been me saying I'm going to leave my husband.
Right.
Like,
so I'm gonna ask a question. Do you feel that is wrong for someone to marry for financial security? You
asking me?
I'm asking both of you. Ladies first.
Okay. I didn't want to start talking, then you start talking. I saw something today where a woman was talking, and she's a well-known IG person and internet person, but I can't think of her name right now. And she said, whatever the guy is doing when you enter this relationship or whatever, more than likely that is the lifestyle you will be leading. So if he's a blue collar worker,
okay,
then more than likely, unless he, comes up with some great business plan, moves up in the company or whatever, you need to know that this is the lifestyle you're going to lead.
I don't agree with that.
I'm telling you what she said.
Okay.
And she was saying, like, if you date a millionaire, more than likely you're going to live a millionaire lifestyle. You date, the white collar lifestyle, you're going to end up with a white collar lifestyle.
Until his enemies start coming after him and coming after you because they mad because
that's the what is it,
the Tinder swindler.
I don't know how they did that. We got to talk about that after this. We got to talk about that, and you don't think there's truth to that? What?
No. Okay, so it's subjective, but yeah, I think that there can be truth to that. But here's the thing: it depends on this guy's lifestyle. It depends on his mindset. It depends on his
goals
ambition.
And things. That's what I said.
Right.
Yeah.
So you may get with a guy who is you may get with a guy who's in a transitioning point in his life. Mm-hmm. And he may be coming up with his next move.
Yeah, that's why I said.
And you judge it and say, well, I can't be with this guy because, he lives here or he's not employed at the moment. And when I met him, so if her theory holds true, then he's always going to be unemployed, or he's always going to be in a mediocre job. And I know too many people who use mediocre jobs as stepping stools to fund their dreams and to advance.
I don't think that she was saying it in a negative light. I think what she was saying was, don't go ask the blue collar worker for $1 million. Yeah, you should be prepared
to live this lifestyle and in the event that things don't change.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
That's what she was saying. And I was like, you know what? That kind of makes perfect sense. You cannot ask the blue collar worker to go get you an $80,000 ring. That don't make sense to him at all. That makes no sense to him in any way. And when you do that to him, you make him automatically have stress until that ring is undue stress. Mm-hmm. Not needed, because you want something that is out of his lifestyle, out of his price range, and all that. So you're starting off something on the wrong foot, because you're asking him for something that is stretching him so far, so thin that it's going to make that man stress. The
thing is, people don't have those discussions before they date. Now, people are quick to say, you need to have these discussions before you get married. Fuck getting married. Can we have these discussions before we start fucking?
Yeah.
Because what will happen is...
It scares y'all off. It scares men off to say, in
my opinion, not a real man.
No.
Not a real man.
Somebody who understands the game. No, I don't think they're running nowhere.
If you understand the game...
I think a lot of women will say that scares the men off.
No, there are some that's going to get scared.
If you're combative about it, it's not... But when what you interpret as him being scared off because you addressed this issue, it isn't the fact that you addressed it. It's how you addressed it.
Gotcha.
I believe that is definitely a major part of why women say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that because it'll run a man off. It's never, and I say this all the time, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
True.
I think you definitely should find out whether the person you're interested in is willing to be on, just sit it down, is willing to be on the same page as you when it comes to things like that. Because like you say, what if this is the field that I'm in, but at home, what is the movie? Taraji P. Henson. And dude was making...
he was trying to invent that shit.
He was he was making the thing. He was making the thing, and at first she was in it, but then she let other people get in her head and other things, and then he's like, I got it. It works. But so many things that got in her head, so many years and everything that she left right there.
But that's the thing, like you have to.
That's what I was saying. What I was getting to, you have to be able to.
You
understand if you can be on the same, because some people are not visionary. Some people were born to work a 9 to 5, to work a job. It's their career, but they were born to do what the masses do. They were born to read this pamphlet or learn these
herd mentality
things and do that forever and keep moving up in that field, but never being the person to own that field or master that field, just a person in that field. And there's nothing wrong with that. No. But to a person that is a visionary or entrepreneur or whatever, they don't understand that way of thinking.
Because
but that
it's like,
person doesn't understand the entrepreneur way of thinking. So if you're not on the same
sometimes
page,
nigga trying to crack the code. You got to be patient. And if you can't, then that's cool, but don't get involved.
But don't get involved with that
Don't
person.
get involved.
Yeah.
Sincere.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
In my opinion, I feel like if you're marrying for finances, and it's gonna sound fucked up, but those discussions need to be had before. Like, don't make that decision for me. Don't make that decision for me. Let me choose. If I want to take care of you, then that's my decision.
Yes, let me bring that to the table.
But if I say hell to the no, we trying to build
together. Let's build this empire together.
Exactly. If that's what I'm saying, then that needs to be what it is. But yeah, don't take my choice away from me. That's the way I look at it.
Well, you sound like old Tyler Perry play or something. You know what I'm saying? Don't take my choice away from me.
I get it.
No, you 100% on point.
I can understand where he's coming from.
You 100% on point, my brother.
You go through life and you experience things, and like some of the stuff that I've been through, I would never Like some of the stuff that I endured or went through, I would never do that again. Ever.
Yeah, understand.
I promise you, I'll be single.
Especially when you learn the hard way. You keep that lesson in your pocket, no matter where you go, what outfit you got on. You got on sweats, it's tucked in the bottom cuff. Like that's a lesson that is learned.
Never going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I say this, man, at the end of it, like, I just feel like, you know, if it's an agreement, I think we put too much emphasis on what's right and what's wrong in a relationship.
Exactly.
It depends on what's right for you.
Those people.
Yeah.
For that couple. You know what I'm saying? Like, people might look at a situation where,
both of you.
both of you, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, so you may have a situation where a guy's pursuing his dream. He's a starving artist. You meet the starving artist. There's something about him that intrigues you and attracts you, and you want to be with him, and you want him to make it, and you're like, listen, I will help you achieve your goals. I will, you know, some women will say, I'll bankroll it. And, you know, there'll be people who will say, oh, no, it's wrong. You can't do that, and you're gonna suffer.
And then they will say, she's using him. Yeah. But he offered to bankroll it. I'm not using him. He's helping.
He or she, offered to bankroll the shit. Yeah. So, and here's the thing. Sometimes there are nonverbal agreements. I don't think nonverbal agreements should be a thing. I need to really know where someone is and what they feel, how they feel. I need to know, okay, look, I'm trying to get on as a rapper. Just hypothetically say.
Yeah, old ass better not.
Not me, but a young motherfucker.
What's that?
I'm trying to get on.
What's that movie where the two brothers, they old, but they always coming up with new rap names?
That was in the 5 Heartbeats.
New gimmicks. Yeah, 5 Heartbeats.
Smith and Wesson. Like, no, nigga. No, you're 50.
Yeah.
Let it go.
You're 50.
Or how about you just go manage somebody?
If you gonna be Smith and Wesson, I need you to be robbing some shit.
Exactly.
Nigga, pay some bill. Nah, but
sometimes you when you don't get in, you have to learn that you may be able to get other people in. You may have a tact for that, but you ain't doing that because you so busy trying to be in the front of the mic because you want the fame and the glory.
You might need to step back and help some other people get their shit.
And they don't got to deal with paparazzi. Ain't nobody trying to kill them. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Before they put the Godfather on camera, he was able to move around, and as you can see, what happened after the fact, you know, that was
once people know, it's hard. It's hard to maneuver, but yeah.
So, how important is money in a relationship? It's like you know your realistic opinions, your true thoughts on this matter.
For me, I'm going to say that. Just gonna give an example. It's the Whitney and Bobby song, Your Love Is My Love. It's not a Whitney and Bobby song, it's a Whitney song.
Right.
Back when they were in it. Yeah. And people, you know, you pick on Whitney and Bobby or whatever for like, oh, they were so toxic, whatever. But when they were in it, they had each other's back like no couple has ever
like a motherfucker
had before. And Your Love Is My Love was like a great song for me because at one point in the song she was like, and not that I would not because I don't want to sleep in Grand Central Station with no man, with nobody, not by my goddamn self.
Yeah,
but it's easier to go through things with somebody who is really there for you. Somebody who is not judging you. They ain't gonna make it your fault. Unless it's, you know, you sold the rent money. You stole the rent money and smoked dope. That's different. But if things have just like not lined up for y'all and you just in a hard space and you had to move out of your house and you had to move into a hotel or something like that until you got on your feet or whatever. I think that's what love is supposed to be. So for me,
for better or worse.
For better or worse. Now, if the worst is just things that just happen to us, or somewhere along the line we made one wrong move, but we know that we made this wrong move, and now we got to figure out how to get ourselves out. And it might take us a minute. Then I'm in there. As long as you aren't taking the money and doing something on your own and doing something that is not beneficial to the family or to the us, then I'm with you. I would never not date a man because he doesn't have this many figures in his bank account or because his job is not upper level in some office or whatever, or he's not a millionaire, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never not date somebody. Is money important? Yes, we need to eat, be housed.
We need to survive.
And so be able to get back
We
and
need
forth.
to be able to, I love to travel. We need to be able to go some places.
The things that you people know that you like, you need to be able to do those things.
Yeah.
And that's it. We don't have to do anything else except the things that we love. And if I don't need to travel, I just like to go out to eat all over the place. And as long as you can take me to do that, I'm not going to ask you to be the man who's flying somebody here and there or that, because that's not what I came into this as.
Right.
So to me, but I know that a lot of women are not like that.
A lot of people looking for come-ups, man.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to be my come up, because they can also be your let down.
Yeah.
There you
Because
go.
when they say, I don't want to do it no more, I'm done, then what do you have? Especially if you have not taken anything from the come up and made anything for yourself.
Exactly.
That means somebody can one day just say, I am done. Who wants that? Who wants to be left high and dry because you were completely dependent on somebody? That's not for me. So to me, money, yes, we need it. I like it. I ain't going to be mad if you get more.
Right.
But I'm not going to be mad, like she said, if I married you as a blue collar worker and you're steady in your blue collar work and we live our blue collar life, if we Roseanne,
Shit,
if we
blue collar
Roseanne
life
and them-
ain't good enough for some people
It's
now,
not.
goddammit. But they'll marry your ass because they see the potential to do something better.
The potential that's in your head may not be the potential that's in my
It may
head.
not even
Sometimes-
be my plan.
That's right. Sometimes people have bigger dreams for you than
you have for
yourself.
That's
I
right.
ain't never had that dream for myself, so why did you have that dream for me? You know?
Yeah, I get it. I just feel like at the end of the day, when you really look at it, people are. We all face our challenges in life. You know, a guy could say, like, man, I have visions and dreams of starting. I'll give you a story. Want to hear about it? Here you go. So I was with a woman who was incredibly good at her job. So much so that she basically ran the company, right? And what happened was I said to her, you do this so well, you should do it for yourself. Start a business.
Yeah.
But because of where she comes from and because of her mindset, it was like, I don't want the stress or the struggle of having to start because I don't know if that will succeed. I don't know if I can make that work without overlooking, completely ignoring the fact that you are making it work now
For somebody else.
for someone else,
Yeah.
making them you're doing all the work and you're making them rich.
Yeah.
Right? So that was the difference. She had a worker bee mentality.
Yeah.
I had an entrepreneurial mentality.
Yeah.
And the two.
But I was a street pharmacist in my past life. So I understood demand and supply.
Say it right.
Supply and demand. Well, yeah, I mean, can I be different?
It just felt
Can I be different?
No, it just felt
Let a nigga be different out here in these streets. But that's y'all problem now. Y'all ain't in the streets, y'all in the sheets. And y'all ain't even fucking. Y'all getting old out this way. Nah,
Just there.
just there. Like,
Just there.
I wasn't in the streets, I was in the streets. I mean, in the sheets. Oh, was you getting it? No, I was listening.
asleep. I was asleep.
I was sleeping. I was I was listening to Netflix. I was listening to, some monotone serial killer type shit and just fell the fuck asleep. A good doc ain't never hurt nobody. But listen. We did, actually, I'm lying. The reason we get the good docs is because somebody got fucked up.
Yeah, it did hurt somebody. It hurt somebody. Might not have physically killed them, but it hurt somebody.
It hurt
Boy,
somebody.
That tender swindler.
Listen, that motherfucker was living the life of Riley. But the craziest thing about that for me is the fact that he basically got away with that shit, bro.
He did. He
And he's still
And
out
those-
here doing the shit The nigga was still on Tinder.
Yeah, they just took him off. He just got
They
sued.
took him off?
Yeah, he got banned from the dating website.
Why you gonna date? Hey, swindlers need love too. I'm an advocate of love though.
Yeah, me too.
I want everybody. I want everybody to find love.
My thing is, what you asked to borrow a little money that I got, possibly. I might roll, keep going in my wallet for you a little bit.
Don't take me to court about them $20, please.
I might go in my pocket a little bit for you. But what I'm not going to do is take out a loan for cash for $20,000 and give it away. Yeah, that's right. Like, I was just like, ma'am, how do you do that? Because first of all, the fact that I realized I
was
get
dropping
that many,
off some gargantuan.
But he was barely doing it.
He was doing something.
There.
No, he was doing something.
First of all, once I realized
the bedroom
that
actually must have been insane.
$100,000 loan once. Okay, I'm dumb, so I'll give you the. But then I go back, they give me another one, motherfucker. I got my own business. I'm not passing you the money and never seeing it back. The fact that they went and got so many loans,
but listen, it's the same.
And then passed it off.
Those women are cut from the same template as the women who let niggas flip their tax money.
Yeah, stupid.
He said, "Yeah, stupid."
But look,
I can't never run none of them dummies.
Yeah, but 10,000 ain't 100,000. 6,000 ain't 100,000.
10,000 ain't a dollar either.
It ain't. I could use a 10.
Man. Listen, what did Scrap? What Scrap say? Was it Scrap? It wasn't Scrap. It was what's the little guy's name? Jock. What Jock say?
Yeah. What?
He said, you became a millionaire. You spent $1. Your ass is no longer a millionaire.
That's right. But you say flipping the tax money, Lord forgive. That's in the color community. And
flipping the tax money is in the nah bullshit. The Tinder swindler was the tax daddy.
No, wait a minute. No, he wasn't.
Them bit.
He wasn't
Listen,
spending tax
I was about
money.
to say
He wasn't spending tax money. At least tax money was something that you earned, and that was literally your own money you gave away. Taking out loans is what these people have loans until they die. And I feel like
I'm gonna tell you where they were wrong. In my opinion, where they were wrong.
Them. Like that's not right.
I'm gonna tell you where they were wrong. And a lot of people won't agree with me. But where they were wrong was they were doing these things for someone that wasn't their husband.
True.
So if it was a matrimony type situation, right? If they were married.
Did you watch the other one? Because she was married.
Oh, the Sarah girl?
The vegan restaurant girl?
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
She married him.
So, but here's what I'm saying. The thing is, I mean, obviously, so we have to use wisdom.
You should.
We have to use discernment. We have to pay attention. Like, notice some signs, notice some patterns and shit.
She wasn't paying attention to none of that shit.
Wasn't paying attention. But what I'm saying is, if you're with this man and this is your husband and you want to, key phrase, if you want to bankroll his project, then I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to do it. Just like I'm not going to sit here and tell a man not to bankroll his woman's vision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there are people who will say it should only be the man bankrolling the woman's vision.
No.
And that's bullshit.
If it works in your couple, in your situation, it's not anybody else's business.
But here's the thing. When the shit go wrong and the shit goes south, don't go and repeat the same goddamn formula.
Yeah,
switch your fucking formula up.
We got to do something different because I already got this loan. Now we paying on this loan. Yeah. And nothing came of that one. So if you say, okay, I got another idea. Well, I need you to show me how that's going to work. I need a better plan. I need a better layout.
Because listen, even the banks don't give you money before they get a business plan.
They was giving them money.
Yeah. They was giving who money?
The Tinder swindler ladies.
No, the ladies, but maybe he had a good business plan. I don't know what he was telling them.
He wasn't
but
telling
I just feel like he was.
Plan?
I just feel like he was laying pipe, man. I watched it.
I didn't.
He only laid pipe for like 3 minutes in the beginning of their relationships. Then they didn't really see him again.
Well, it might have been a night of fireworks. Because let me explain something to you. If I'm coming into the situation, if I'm coming into the situation, and I'm trying to get your checkbook. I am going to pull out all the stops. I am going to roll out the red carpet, and that bedroom activity is going to fuck your fucking mind up. If I'm the Tinder swindler.
I got you. But
So he was doing something right.
But what I'm saying is, he was doing something right in the beginning to get them there. They went and looked at houses, buying apartments, and all this other kind of stuff.
They were buying it though.
No, I think he bought in the beginning. He spends a little bit of money.
Yeah, from the other chick.
Yeah, from the other women.
Right.
So they all bankrolling each other. But
Basically,
no, they ain't bankrolling each other.
they just don't know that
they
they're
bankrolled the beginning of it. They bankrolled what do we
She
call
was the
her?
financier of his new relationship.
Exactly.
and had no clue.
Unwittingly.
Yes, they
Yeah.
were. But
Wittingly.
in the beginning,
I think.
in the beginning, he's there, but then he's gone for months at a time, and they're still
Trying to
giving
get
him,
this money, trying to get this moolah, baby.
But what you not gonna do, bruh? What you not gonna do? You gone 1 month?
Hey, bro.
Okay.
Young moolah, baby.
2 months. You say this business trip, I can't fly out.
Nah,
I'm
you
feeling
been
away,
flued out
baby.
enough.
No,
nigga.
I'm feeling away now at this point. 3 on, you might as well be a nigga in jail. I don't date jailbirds. I don't date people that I can't see or touch or nothing.
That ain't
And
100%
I definitely
true.
don't date people who don't give me $100,000 loans back.
Listen, they were hopelessly devoted.
Hopelessly, my fucking ass. They were hopelessly done.
Grease 1 and 2 was it 1 and 2 or
One,
just 2?
hopelessly devoted
Grease,
is
hopelessly
one.
devoted,
That's my
nigga.
movie. But still, no. Even she wasn't doing it. She wasn't gonna do it.
So listen.
She wasn't gonna do it.
So listen.
She was simple minded than a motherfucker.
But she was only gonna do it one time.
No, we was so we talking about the Tender Swindle. I never actually watched it, but I did see it on the joint. I'm like, I'm gonna get to it.
Nah, you got
So it was
It's to be watched.
So it was a dude on another Netflix joint. I keep forgetting the name of it, but he was a professional squatter.
Oh,
And he was moving these ladies' houses and wouldn't leave.
And wouldn't leave, and they couldn't
couldn't
get him
put
out.
him
He was
out.
a professional. Yes.
So wait
I
a
remember
minute
that.
though.
He
Hold
took the woman
on.
chairs.
That's
She
you only
said-
get a allotted amount of time. It's like 30 days.
You gotta go to court, especially up north.
And he would go to. He didn't care. He would go to court and just keep going to court and just keep going. So he would be in these people's houses for years until he decided.
The women he was
Two of them
dating.
lost their
no
place. Two of them-
renting from.
Yeah, the two.
Oh god.
Yeah, like
then he wouldn't pay nothing.
Yeah.
So they gonna change the goddamn laws on his ass. That's
what they need
that's
to
the only
do.
way you gotta.
Yeah.
The two of the women lost their places. Like they can't rent from the people no more, even though the people know that it's not their fault. They won't let them rent from them no more.
Yeah, like
But he was dealing with the women.
he
He
not
with
dealing
one, and
with.
then he was dealing with another one.
He wasn't
Okay, time
dealing with
out.
them. He went to be.
I'm out, y'all. All right, that's us. We can let that shit ride.
He went to be a roommate. He was like, they were renting out a
they
room
were
in their
renting out a
house,
room.
and he rented the room. So he paid the initial the next month, and then he just started doing weird stuff. And as he got weirder and weirder, they was like, "You should probably go. I don't think this is gonna
But
work."
he was with the women
no.
He
rented a room.
Yeah, I think
in the
it was-
house, but he was living in it. Yeah, like fuck that.
No, so I think he was.
Trust me, it
I
was
think
not
he
that
was
easy.
only with like two of them.
I don't remember.
But I was.
The one I distinctly remember, he was not with her.
Yeah, she was the one that I know. It was a younger chick, and then there was an older chick. I think she went gay after the fact, but
Probably, but I know the one
She like-
chick like
You have
out.
turned me completely and totally
she had
against
a
men.
dining room set in her
That's
house,
fucking
and he
crazy.
Yeah, he
it
took
had
all
like
the
6
chairs.
chairs to the dining room set, and he took them all. And she
And
was
put 'em
like,
in the
"Why are
room.
you taking my chairs? Like
need
these are my chairs, whatever." He was like, "I need them."
And
And then
they
she was
gave
like,
her
"But why
two.
do you need 6 chairs? It's only one you in there." He gave her 2. He was like, "You,
he came with two chairs.
this is her chair. This is her stuff.
Oh,
Her
God.
stuff." He was just crazy, but when she started investigating and calling his family and everything,
He
they were
was
like,
on one.
They was like, "Man, I wish you would."
He had got them too.
Yeah. He
Like,
had
they were looking for him.
swindled his whole family. He just was a professional squatter.
Man, listen.
So I guess a motherfucker need to be careful.
Beyond
I
careful.
would say so.
A motherfucker needs to be careful because there are people who are manipulators and users
That's what
and
they were born to
abusers.
do.
But it's easy to allow, like you were saying earlier, to allow someone to get in your ear and to paint a picture of someone
True.
that could potentially, draw a rift or a wedge between you and the person you're with. And then by all rights, it's your right to leave a situation. But then you want to run, You want to leave a situation, and then now this shit working. Now all of a sudden it's like, well, I helped you with this, I helped you with that, I helped you. Listen, chick,
You left.
you gave me 100,000. I'm gonna give you 100,000. Bye bye now.
Yeah, about
That
to say,
sort of thing.
acrimony. The one thing
He looked
he
out for it, though.
looked out for. He gave her back. He paid the house off. He did what he was supposed
She
to
wasn't
do.
all right with
she was
that.
just too. Well, the thing was, she was crazy in the first place, and they let her be crazy.
Who let her be crazy?
Her family.
They knew that she was. But
You don't remember acrimony?
I do, but here's my whole thing. Like, you know, she was crazy, but you were like gung ho about he taking advantage.
That's what I'm saying. But
come on, man.
They egged it on. They knew she was crazy though.
Yeah,
if you pay attention to the movie, they tell you they knew she was nuts. They knew that. You know, that's why they had such a hold over her, because they were like, we got to watch her because she ain't quite right. And even though she wasn't quite right, the problem was their relationships weren't really working, but hers and she ain't quite right was. So they always wanted to say what was wrong with her man, because all this stuff was wrong with their men. In the end, when she went off, she told all the stuff that was wrong with their men. She didn't have any of those problems in her marriage. The only problem she had was that man was somewhere working on that.
But he wasn't right either, though. He wasn't right. We doing closing remarks now.
Okay, so I had a situation, basically, well, twofold in the same minute. I got a terrible track record with picking women. But that's a whole
No one is half the battle.
You know, so that's one thing. But I believe, just using your example, when you stop believing in me, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Like, at the end of the day, if I tell you my dream is to have my own nationally syndicated talk show, and you like, okay, yeah, in the beginning you good, then a couple years down the line, I still ain't got there, but I'm building the buzz, I'm building the following, whatever. You know, I go somewhere, people recognize me, that type of stuff. You know, but it's not moving fast enough for you, and you decide to skate, and then I get that phone call like, oh yeah, we ready for you now. You can't come jump on this train now. You lost your seat. Somebody else is gonna be sitting in it.
Okay, but her rebuttal is, nigga, I bankrolled you. I funded your project.
No. In all actuality, I funded your project and mine at the same time.
Because that's who you are.
I've always been a person that I'm not saying I'm not gonna take the handout, but I'm be more reluctant to be like, hold on to that. We might need it for something else. Let me handle this. This is me.
Got you.
Let me handle this way. I mean, it may take a little bit longer because
But
I'm
in your
stubborn in that way.
marriage though?
And the same thing.
Got you.
Same thing.
Okay.
And it's like, whatever you want to do, I'm gonna help you make that. I'm gonna help you reach your goal. That's what you want to do.
I think that materialistic and money-minded people who put those things before everything else
That's what it is.
are extremely simple-minded.
Yeah.
I don't like people who are like, if you can't buy me this or that, or if you can't this or that, then I ain't fucking with you. Bitch, I don't want to fuck with you.
It's aggravating.
Let's keep it 100.
So what I was gonna say, because we gonna let him be done, was what they say: don't buy anything you can't buy twice,
True.
Right.
and don't ask anybody for anything or to supply you with things that you cannot supply yourself with. How I'm gonna treat you better than
Bingo.
you treat your damn self.
Bingo.
Shit is weird to me.
Fucking go.
That's for a man and a woman. Like,
That shit has always.
how
been
I can't
fucking
treat
weird
you
to
better
me.
than you treat yourself.
But you call me broke because I can't
Exactly.
buy the bullshit.
Seem like we equals. Sincere, it was great having you back.
Always.
Come again.
Oh, I'll be.
You
back.
got to, man. You got to.
We just fell back in line with shit and shenanigans. And that's good night.
That's not good night. I was the
Yes, it
only
is.
closing remark.
No, we did
motherfucker.
closing remarks like 3 times.
Y'all too?
You closed us so many times.
Nah, y'all closed yourself. That was my closing remark. I was the only.
No, you.
No, y'all closed yourself.
Well, we have given remarks that we thought were closers. Yeah. So
And I was the last one to go.
yeah, so that's what I said. I
So
said
that means
good
it's
night.
time.
I brought the house down.
You did.
He also turned that bottle up, obviously. Good night.
Good night. Fell right back in the pot.
Like what? You done closed us out like 3 times.
Nigga, I'm dead.